Hello, good afternoon everyone. We will continue the chapter 1 revision tour 1 today, and our topic of discussion for today is statement flow control. In this topic we will discuss how the statements flow based on the conditional state. There are basically three types of the statements. One are sequential statements, another are selection statements, and third one is iterative statements. Sequential statements are those statements that execute one by one automatically, and that flow of control is a general flow of statements in the Python. While in selection statements, we execute all the statements based on a specific condition. If condition is true, then the statement will get execute. Otherwise, another statement will get execute. And third one, the most useful is iterative statements. Which statement? These are those statements which executed repeatedly until the end condition is satisfied. Actually, in this situation, what we will do, we follow a loop from beginning point to the another end point. Meanwhile, all the values for all the valid values, the statements or many statements will get executed repeatedly. Then what is a statement? Actually, any Python executable command is a statement. And the simplest statement is any single executable command in Python is known as a simple statement. Then empty statement. Actually, there are empty statement as well in the Python. Those statements which does nothing but execute in the interpreter. For example, pass. Simple pass is a command that will pass the control of flow statements to the next statement. Then compound statements. These are the group of statements which execute as a unit. These the conditional and the loops are compound statements. Then basically selection statements. What are the selection statements? The statements which execute based on a particular satisfaction of a condition. Means based on a selection, these statement will get executed. For example, if conditionals. A plain if condition. If condition is a work on either the condition is true or the condition is false. This is the syntax of using if statement. First of all, we will write the if, then we will use the bracket, and here condition. We will specify any condition here. Then following the colons. Colons means they will create a body of the if. Whatever you will write after intended space, all the statements will be part of the if statement. There, if condition can have one statement or the number of statements based on your programming requirement. Then L if else conditionals. If else and if. In if only the statements will get execute if the condition is true. While in case of if what happen if the condition is false, then for that we will use the else. So first of all we will use if, then condition, then if condition is true like these statements, and if condition is false then else part statements will get execute. We will discuss through the programming, no problem. Then if elif conditionals. If if, actually this is a nested like if elif ladder. Here in if we will just check condition. If condition is true, likewise this statements will execute. Else if condition is false, then again we used if it is elif known as elif work for both else as well as if part. Then nested if means if a statement has another if statement inside its if body or elif body or the else body, that kind of statements are known as the nested statements of if. So let's discuss and do the programming with for the selection statements. For example, we have two variables. A is 10 and B is 12. Then we want to use a simple if statement, and according to simple if statement, what we will do, if a greater than b, sorry, if a less than b, then we want to make a print statement that will print the larger value. Larger value is, so larger value will be b. Enter it. देखो what happened, we have just applied if statement, then a less than b, this is a conditional part, and this conditional part will give you either result is true or the false. So here a's value is 10, b's value is 20, so condition is a less than b, because a less than b is true, because 10 is less than 20, no problem, then print statement will get executed. Now what happen, if we will use another variable c equal to 30, and we want to apply if c less than b, then we want to print larger number is b. b. Look, we have pressed enter key but no result found. It means the print statement will not get execute because the condition what we have included is not satisfied, because c's value is 30 and b's value is 20, and condition is c less than b, which is not true, means it is false value. So in case of false, nothing happen, because we have not given any else part to get execute. We have only provided the statement flow for the true part only, that is, if the condition is true, then print larger number is will get print as b. Now we will use both if and else part. Now we will take the whole command as it is, then we will use else, and we want to make print larger value is c. Now look what happened, when we press enter, larger value is 30 got print, because here c less than b, which is not true according to the statement, then it will go to the like this, it will go to the else part. So else part only will get execute if the condition is not satisfied in the for loop, sorry, in the if condition. Else part will get execute if the condition is false. Now we will use if elif both. Take the whole command as it is, then we want to print here we want to apply suppose l if l here, actually this one we will get execute when, to understand better the if and elif, we will take another example. Let's take an example, suppose run. We will take another variable run input of type integer, input enter the total run made by a batsman, made by a batsman. So suppose we have entered run are 76. Now we want to check if either the batsman has made a century or half century, or neither century nor the half century. For that we will use if run less than greater than equal to 100, then print batsman has secured a century. Got the point? If the run made by a batsman are greater than or equal to 100, then he secured the century. Else, else if, if means if the runs are not greater than or equal to 100, they may lie between the 50 and 100. So we will use else means runs are not greater than or equal to 100, they are less than 100, so they may be the higher than 50. For that we will use else part for the condition is false, and if parts we want to imply another one condition, and that condition is greater than equal to 50. If the batsman have not made the 100 marks but greater than or 50, then we want to print batsman batsman has secured 50. But if runs are not equal to or greater than 50, they may be 0 or they may lie from 0 to 50, then for the sake of that we will use simple else, because here what we have used if, and this else is referred to this if only, and this if is referred to this if. So here in else part, print batsman has not secured, has neither secured century nor 50 nor 50. Now let's execute. Batsman has secured 50. Now again we want to run it, and we want to suppose enter run 142, then export the whole code again, press the enter key. Batsman has secured a century because runs were 142. So I hope you will get understand what is the role of if, elif and else statement. Then we will discuss the nested if. We will discuss nested if. What are the nested if? If statement inside another if statement. Let's take an example. If you want to find out the greatest number among three numbers, suppose number or ABC we have used earlier in the program. If A less than B, then again we will use if B less than C, then print greatest number is देखो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, if A is less than B, if ये condition true है, then if B is less than C, so which one is the greatest? C. So greatest number is C. Else if this statement false, यानी कि B जो है वो C से छोटा नहीं है, it means तो बड़ा कौन सा हो जाएगा? Print greatest number is B. Now देखो क्या होगा कि if the initial statement this one, ये स्टेटमेंट ही फॉल्स है, तो उसके लिए क्या करेंगे? एल इफ, उसके लिए एल इफ लगाएंगे. इफ ए इज नॉट लेस देन बी, देन क्या है, इफ बी लेस देन, if a is less than b, not true, it means a is greater than b. Then we will check if c less than a. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, if c is again less than a, then print greatest number is a. नाउ इसके लिए एल्स पार्ट भी हो सकता है, एल्स प्रिंट ग्रेटेस्ट नंबर इज, अगर ऐसा एल्स पार्ट है, यहाँ पे देखो ए बी से बड़ा है बट यहाँ पे सी ए से बड़ा है, तो ग्रेटेस्ट क्या हो जाएगा, सी. नाउ लेट्स प्रिंट इट. सो ग्रेटेस्ट नंबर इज 30. देखो हमने क्या किया था, a was 10, b was 20 and c was 30. So according to, as per common sense, greatest number is 30, but we want to find out with the help of the program. Now again let's take three example. Three value, runtime value, suppose a of type integer, input, suppose now to understand better it, we will use another file, a new file in scripting mode, not in scripting mode, and for that we will use a equal to int input, enter first number, then we will use again b, just copy it and paste here, enter second number, then again we will use c, then we will ask enter third number. Okay, now just copy whole code from here and paste there. Now save it with the name of your choice, grt 3 number dot py, grt 3 number dot py. I have saved this one. Then click on the run module. So look here, it is asked enter the first number. Suppose we have entered first number 76, then it is asked enter second number. We have entered 68, then it is asked third number. We have entered 43, then greatest number is 76. So this was the complete description about if, else, if. Now we will go to the next part, and that is storing conditions. In storing conditions, we will store a condition with a name where many conditions can be stored. For example, here A, B, C, this is a method of initializing and declaring three variables or many variables at a time. Here a comma b comma c equal to 2 comma 5 comma 7. It means the value 2 will get assigned to a, while 5 will get assigned to b and 7 will assign to c. All is a variable name. For the storing conditions, it is a name equal to a equal 1, means a is going for equality for 1 and a logical operator, b equal 5 and c equal 7. It will store all the conditions, and if the conditions, all conditions are true, then we will use in if all, means if all the conditions are true, then this will get execute, otherwise it will not get execute. Let's understand with the help of a program. So here we have used ABC 3 variables. So let's take all equal to a equal 10 and B equal 20 and C equal 30, then if all print all conditions all conditions sorry conditions are true. So देखो what happened, the statement this print statement will not get execute because हमने क्या किया है, a की वैल्यू 10 को चेक किया है, b को 20 से और c को 30 से, बट एक्चुअली हमने जो अब स्क्रिप्टिंग मोड में ओपन किया था यहाँ पे इस प्रोग्राम को, तो वहाँ पे हमने a b c को कुछ और वैल्यू असाइन किया था, तो उस वो वैल्यू क्या थी 76 68 43। तो अब हम क्या करते हैं, इस ऑल को इन वैल्यूज के लिए चेक करते हैं। a की वैल्यू क्या था 76, b की वैल्यू क्या थी 68 एंड c की वैल्यू जो थी हमारी दैट वाज 43। और उसके बाद हम इसी स्टेटमेंट को एग्जीक्यूट कराते हैं। देखो ऑल कंडीशंस आर ट्रू, यहाँ से क्या हो गया कि ये जो कंडीशंस मैट हुई वो सारे के सारे इन वैल्यूज से मैच करती हैं, इसलिए कंडीशन ट्रू हो गई। इफ के अंदर देखो, यहाँ पे इफ के अंदर ऑल है, ऑल क्या है, एक नेम्ड कंडीशन है वेयर मैनी कंडीशंस गेट टुगेदर and checked at once. If all are true, then the result of all will get true and this statement will get printed. So hope you understand better. Then looping statements. Actually, looping statements are the known as iterative statements, where we will follow a control from a sequence known as the beginning point to the end point. All the values satisfying the conditions, satisfying the range for the same value many times, a statement or many statements will get repeatedly executed. For loop, it is the most common used loop. For loop, the syntax of using for loop is that just use the for keyword, then name of the variable. Actually, this is the variable whose value will vary from one point to the another point, and one point is the beginning, another is the ending point. In sequence means either you have given a sequence or you have not given a sequence. Then statements to follow, there can be one statement or many statements. For can be used with the help of range function like this one, range function. In this range function, how you can use for? You will use for, then VL is a variable name in range 1 to 10, means whatever you will specify at the beginning point of the range like 1 will always be counted in the range value, while the end point means the 1010 will never be counted as a value in the range. So what will be the last value? Last value will be the end minus 1, yani ki 10 minus 1 9. So the range of for in of VL variable for the for loop will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. It will not consider 10. Then print val, for every value of from the range 1 to 9 will get print here. Let's take an example. Suppose for VAL in, suppose हम ये this is a sequence, it may be any sequence, sorry, for VAL in maybe this format. Let's take this one, then we will use colon 45, just got it, use this one. Now print VAL. देखो व्हाट हैपेंड, val एक वेरिएबल है जो फॉर लूप के लिए रन करेगा, उसकी रेंज, उसकी सीक्वेंस क्या है, 12, 23, 45, 26, 87। यहाँ पे हमने प्रिंट वेल यानी कि एक्चुअली यहाँ पे मैं आपको बता दूं कि दिस इज a list because we have used bigger bracket and these are the for list. So value val variable having all the values in are from this list. One is 12, 23, 45, 26, 87. Now what what is the role of for using range function? So for val in range 1 to 10, print val. Look here, यहाँ पे देखो क्या है, val की वैल्यू जो है वो कहाँ से आएगी, इस रेंज में से, और रेंज कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रही है, 1 से, यानी कि द इनिशियल वैल्यू, स्टार्टिंग वैल्यू विल मस्ट बी इन द रेंज. सो फर्स्ट वैल्यू विल बी 1, then by default increment in the beginning point to the end point will be 1. So 1 plus 1 2, then 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4, 5 6 7 8 9. After 9 plus 1 will get 10, and which is not in the range because the range limit is from beginning point to the end minus 1, and n is 10, 10 minus 1 is 9. So maximum value of the range can be 9. So this function we can use to print out a table of a number. Suppose no is a number, yes, suppose n is a number of type integer, input, input, enter a number whose table you want. Enter a number whose table you want. आपने enter किया 46. Then how we can print the table of 46? Simple, we will use the for loop val, क्योंकि you know that table of any number can be calculated with the help of number into 1, number into 2, number into 3, and up to number into 10. So we will vary a value, variable val variable, whose value will must vary from 1 to 10 for the same for value in range. Now look here, what will the range from will be from 1 to 11. Why we use 11 here? Because we want our last value as 10, and you know that this is the end value in the range, and the final value in the range will be end minus 1. So 11 minus 1 10. In this way we want print what is our number n, comma, डबल इंटू कॉमा स्टार्ट करेंगे, देन वी विल यूज मल्टीप्लिकेशन साइन, देन कोमा, वी विल यूज val variable name, okay, then space, then equal to n into val. Actually why we have used this inverted commas x inverted comma equal to, because you know that whatever you will write in double inverted comma in the print statement will get print as it is, other all the things will get will print their value. So here n and val are the variable, so their value will get print. N's value is 46, and val values are varying each time. Initially val is pointing to 1 and going to increase by 1 by 1. So in this way we will got what happened. Okay, we have not used the comma for to separate these things, comma here and another comma here. Now try it. Look here, 46 into 1 46, 46 into 2 92, 46 into 3 138. In this way we got the table of 46. So that number may be anything, we can use another for another number, and that number may be higher, 989 suppose. Then we will import whole code by this method. and 89 table will got print as it is. So in this way we will use the for loop with the help of range function. Then another iterative statements, we have a while loop, and the syntax of while loop is that in while loop we just use the condition and there will be a flow of statements. So there is a basic difference between the for loop and while loop. In for loop, first we will check the conditions. We have increment or decrement operator, sorry, increment and decrement operator, yes. But in while case, first of all, while a condition, then statements follow. Whatever the increment decrement are defined inside the while body. One more interesting thing about the for and range function. Suppose we want to print the even numbers between 1 to 10, then for val in range we want to print the only even number from 0 to 10. Actually 0 is neither even nor odd, so we will start from 1 only, no problem. 1 to 11 because we want between 1 to 10. So there is one method to do this is use of modulus sign. We if val mod 2 equal 0, then print val, else it will not get print anything. So this is the method of printing all the even numbers between 1 to 11. So 2, 4. So here the logic can be found like every number is followed by increment of 2 in the previous number. So that can be done without if statement, only use of range and their step of increment or decrement, and that is just copy this, remove all the code, just use here 2, means every time here every time will got increase the number by 2, and we want print well. देखो यहाँ पे जो काम हमारा यहाँ पे इफ स्टेटमेंट की हेल्प से हुआ था वो हमारा सिंपल इस 2 की हेल्प से हो गया। अब देखो क्या होता है कि अगर हमें इवन नंबर ऑड नंबर प्रिंट करने हैं तो सिंपल सी बात है, इसको कोड को एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे और 1 से स्टार्ट करेंगे, इसको एंटर करेंगे तो यहाँ 13579 आ गया सिंपल। यहाँ पे आप इसको लूप को रिवर्स में भी चला सकते हो। कैसे चला सकते हैं देखते हैं। 4 को कॉल किया हमने, यहाँ पे हमने किया 11 को इनिशियल पॉइंट लगाया और 1 को हमने एंड पॉइंट डाला। फॉर वैल्यू इन सॉरी यहाँ पे हमने इंक्रीमेंट डाल दिया। इंक्रीमेंट होने का मतलब क्या है कि वो जो नंबर है, यहाँ से देखो क्या आपको समझाता हूँ चीज़। वो जो नंबर था हमारा VAL की जो वैल्यू थी वो 1 to 11 के बीच में होनी चाहिए। अगर वो इस रेंज के बाहर हो जाएगी तो वो इस फॉर लूप की स्टेटमेंट्स एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कराएगा। तो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ देखो, इनिशियली इट वाज 11 और 1, यानी कि 1 to 11 के बीच की वैल्यू होनी चाहिए। यहाँ पे +2 का मतलब क्या है कि बाय डिफॉल्ट दैट विल इंक्रीज बाय 2, यानी कि नेक्स्ट वैल्यू विल बी 13, जो इस रेंज से बाहर है, इसलिए वो कुछ भी प्रिंट नहीं दिया इसने। अब हम क्या करते हैं, इसको डिक्रीज कराते हैं -2 से और फिर हम देखते हैं कि क्या प्रिंट देता है। देखो इसने दिया 11, 11 - 2 9, 9 - 2 7, 7 - 2 5 ऐसे। तो इन दिस वे वी कैन move our for loop, the value of variable used in the for loop with the help of positive step index or negative step index. So mind it, this is starting point, this is the end point of the range, and this is the step by which the value will get increased. By default, the step of increase, the value is 1. So by default value will be get increased by 1. If you will not use the start point, By default it will be considered as a 0, but we must have to specify the endpoint. Let's take an example. For val in range 10, सिंपल हमने इतना करना है, प्रिंट val। देखते हैं क्या रिजल्ट आता है। देखो यहाँ पे इनिशियल वैल्यू 1 प्रिंट हुआ, 2 3 4 अप टू 9। अब देखो इसका मतलब क्या है कि दिस इज द ओनली स्टॉप वैल्यू, यानी कि एंड वैल्यू है ये। तो बाय डिफॉल्ट मैंने आपको बताया था, यहाँ पे मैं आपको बता देता हूँ कि बाय डिफॉल्ट इसको लेते हैं। तो बाय डिफॉल्ट कमेंट लगाता हूँ, बाय डिफॉल्ट स्टार्ट पॉइंट वैल्यू इज 0 and increase by 1। ठीक है, अब हम दूसरा स्टेप क्या देखते हैं इसका। दूसरा स्टेप हम इसका देखते हैं कि अगर हम इनिशियल पॉइंट स्पेसिफाई करें, सॉरी इनिशियल पॉइंट स्पेसिफाई ना करें, एंड पॉइंट स्पेसिफाई करें, और उसके साथ हम क्या करते हैं, इंक्रीमेंट बाय 3 करें, तो क्या आएगा। देखो यहाँ पे देखो, हम इंक्रीमेंट बाय 3 करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन इसने इसको 3 एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया। क्यों नहीं किया? क्योंकि यहाँ पे कंप्यूटर ने क्या समझा कि दिस इज द स्टार्ट पॉइंट एंड 3 इज द एंड पॉइंट, देर इज बाय डिफॉल्ट इंक्रीमेंट इज 1, मीन्स वो 11 पे चला जाएगा फर्स्ट पे ही, जो इस रेंज की वैल्यू नहीं है, इसलिए इसने कुछ भी प्रिंट नहीं किया। तो अगर हमें अदर देन 1 इंक्रीज करना है स्टेप को, तो वी मस्ट हैव टू स्पेसिफाई ऑल द 3 पैरामीटर, मीन्स starting value, end value at the step of increment. Let's do in this way 1. Now try to execute this, definitely it will get execute. So hope you all understand about the for loop. Now this was all about the for loop. Then we will discuss about the while loop. In while loop, let's take an example. N is 16 while n greater than 0, print n, and n will each time will decrease by 1. Look here, this is the method of using while loop. In while loop, we have simply specified a condition here and print statement, then this is the increment or decrement. So what is the basic difference between while and for? In for loop, conditions and increment, decrement are specified in the beginning of the statements, while increment in the while loop is specified in between the statements. So this is the difference between while and for loop. Both can be used for the looping purpose, no problem. Sometimes it is better to use for loop over while loop, and sometimes it is better to use while loop over the for loop. That is depend on the program situation. So now let's begin with another next topic, and next topic is jump statements. Actually, these are the statements that jump the control of execution from one statement to the another in the program. They may maybe by skipping 2 or more statements in between. Basically, there are two types of jump statement. One are break statement. It terminates the loop and jump over the statements following the loop. Another is the continue statement. Unlike break statement, it continues the statement forced to next iteration of the loop to take place, skipping any code in between. Let's understand with the help of the diagram. So here, a while loop is there, test conditions are specified. Statement 1, if condition. So and then we have used the break statement. So whenever break will encounter in the program, after whatever the statements are written after break in the body of the loop will got skipped, and the program controller will move out from the loops. सो हेयर वाइल की जो बॉडी का जो लूप था वो स्टेटमेंट 3 तक था। यहाँ देखो वाइल के बाद कोलन यूज हुए हैं, इफ के बाद कोलन यूज हुए हैं, तो इफ स्टेटमेंट के अंदर और वाइल स्टेटमेंट के अंदर जो भी था आपका स्टेटमेंट 3 तक का सारा के सारा मैटर आपका स्किप हो गया और डायरेक्ट आपका कंट्रोल ब्रेक मिलते ही यहाँ पे चला गया। अगर ये कंडीशन फॉल्स हो जाती है तो आपको ब्रेक नहीं मिलेगा और स्टेटमेंट 2 स्टेटमेंट 3 विल गेट एग्जीक्यूट, नो प्रॉब्लम। यहाँ पे देखो सेम स्टेटमेंट है, वेरिएबल एक लिया, ये जनरल मेथड था, ये वेरिएबल के थ्रू। दूसरा हमारा है वाइल लूप। वाइल लूप के अंदर कंटिन्यू कैसे यूज करते हैं कि सेम है, कंडीशन मेट हुई कंटिन्यू। अब ये कंटिन्यू क्या काम करता है कि इंस्टेड ऑफ एग्जीक्यूटिंग स्टेटमेंट 2 3 4 इट विल मूव द कंट्रोल पॉइंटर टू द लूप इटसेल्फ एंड फोर्स इट टू एग्जीक्यूट इट्स नेक्स्ट वैल्यू। सो यहाँ पे इसके अगर वेरिएबल की जो वैल्यू थी फर्स्ट 1, तो अभी क्या करेगा कंटिन्यू मिलते ही इसको 2 पे लेके जाएगा बाय स्किपिंग ऑल दीज 3 वैल्यू। सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन ब्रेक एंड कंटिन्यू। So this was all about for today's lesson, and I will provide you the some assignment work. You have to complete it on the time and send it to me my personal WhatsApp number. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Hope you have enjoyed and understood everything clearly.